feeling of the warm-up taken straight to his competitive performance. Brian won this event 6 times in a row, and the burden of that responsibility of having to retain that title started wearing on him. And I think the last few years, losing to Kurt has actually released Brian, and he's skating with a new joy. He prides himself in the fact that he's doing as many jumps and as a difficult a program as 9 years ago, and he opens with his famous tonneau triple. Beautiful. The men's event seems to come down to the triple axel. He hasn't missed that in a month. I actually think he hit the boards after the double toe there.
Sandra, you know him as well as anybody. Is he freaking out a little bit, or is he still calm?
Well, he was smiling there, so I think he's actually amused that he did hit the boards. But Brian is a master competitor, and he's forgotten that mistake and moved on.
A Brian piece of music, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's Concerto for Piano and Orchestra in B-flat by Massenet, beautifully choreographed by Laurie Nickel, who choreographed Michel Kwan's programs this year. It's based on recurring circular patterns reflecting life. His most difficult combination, the triple flip, triple toe.
Oh boy. What's underneath that smile?
You know, if anyone else made those mistakes, they would be considered minor. But when Brian makes them, we're so used to seeing perfect performances that when Brian makes those mistakes, they're a big deal. They're a big deal to the judges and especially a big deal to Brian.
And then what makes it an even bigger deal is that it's 50% of his total score in this technical program. How the judges viewed it in Washington, D.C. in a moment.
The Equal World Professional Figure Skating Championships are...
The men's competition at the Equal World Professional Figure Skating Championship will continue with Victor Petrenko. But right now there's a buzz here at the MCI Center in Washington. The crowd wants to know what the judges thought of Brian Boitano's performance. That's his coach, Linda Lever.
Well, I know that Brian's disappointed with his performance. So over the past 9 years, you could probably count the mistakes he's made here on one hand. And I'm sure the judges are going to hold this against him as well. And it doesn't help that he's skating first because they have to leave room for more clean performances. But watch the triple axel. See how it's slightly over-rotated. He's had to take an extra step. And as a result, he did hit the boards there.
The skating was pretty good, though.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the technical marks for Brian Boitano. 9.7.
Listen to the crowd boo, but Sandra, there's no way that the fans here know that he hit the boards.
Well, he wouldn't be losing any marks necessarily for hitting the boards. Those 2/10 are for the two mistakes in between the two combinations that he made. But what is amazing here is that everybody, including all the other men in this competition, expected Brian to win. He has been skating that well, so this is a huge disappointment.
That mistake on the boards happened right in front of the judges, and what we've just seen is Babe Ruth in the World Series ground out.
Ladies and gentlemen,